Hey everyone, I'm NornQueenAlexis and welcome back to the channel, and welcome back to this faction focus video, which actually has nothing to do with this faction focus. Instead has something to do with a rule at the end of it that may be game changing for 9th edition. So let's dive right into this and figure out what's going on. First off, I just want to say I do love this art. Like, I just do. It looks amazing. So I was browsing through this. I saw Samuel L. Jackson leading the sisters against the treacherous foes of the Alpha Legion. But moving on from that, we get this really cool piece of art, which I absolutely love, which is really cool because you actually see some more battle cathedrals in the background. And I kind of want that to be like a super weapon, like a Baneblade with a church on top of it. Yes, please. Okay, but I was originally reading through this, and I was like, okay, there's a lot of cool stuff here. Let's look at all of this, blah, 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 blah. But there's two things that stand out. One, look out, sir, which I guess doesn't work with sisters or Tyranids because they're not sirs, they'd be ma'am, or, well, I guess military term-wise, you can call anybody a sir who has a superior rank. So, anyway, models cannot target a unit that contains any character models with a wound characteristic of 9 or less with a ranged weapon while they are within 3 inches of a friendly vehicle or monster unit, or is within 3 inches of any other friendly unit that has 3 or more models, unless that character unit is both visible to the firing model and it is the closest enemy unit to the firing model. The maelstrom of battle makes it difficult to pick out such individuals. Ignore any other enemy characters models with a wound characteristic of 9 or less when determining if the target is the closest enemy unit to the firing model. So what this tells me is, one, they might have characters that are part of units again, similar to that of Celestine, how she had her Gemini, then they took her Gemini away, and now she might have her Gemini again, which, if you guys don't know, without her having the unit of Gemini, I didn't really see it as worth it. But now the Gemini can't even body block for her if they're not part of her unit, because there's only 2 of them. So yeah. So units that are whittled down and broken and pretty much annihilated down to 2 members can no longer block for models, for characters, which I think is super, super, super powerful. So you can actually whittle down a unit, whittle down a unit, whittle down a unit, kill the character, then finish off the 3 other units, which is super important. In the new edition, it'll be approaching the Sisters of Battle with more use of multiple small units. Everybody's going to use multiple small units. Yeah, people are going to use multiple small units again. I really don't like heavy metals painting on this Sisters of Battle. I think it just looks atrocious. Like, they need to. Like, I have way better sisters than this. Like, they just can't paint faces. So I was going to go over, like, Last Rites and their embodied prophecy and things like that. But I don't think I want to. I want to focus this video on something else. Big guns never tire. This is the rule where a vehicle that is surrounded and in melee can still fire its weapons, which I think is really, really cool. So no longer are we going to have rhinos and baneblades that are just touching enemy models, stuck with enemy models that can't do anything for the game. So, and now you have a use for your land raiders, especially with flamestorm cannons or the bolters and everything. I think it's really, really, really cool that they brought this rule to literally every single vehicle. And monsters can make attacks with ranged weapons even if the unit is within engagement range. That means it's stuck in close combat. But it can only make such attacks against the enemy unit that is within engagement range. So if you have a bunch of grots that are attacking your tank, you can still shoot off the grots from your tank. But like in 8th edition, you couldn't. You were just kind of stuck there going like this. Golly gee willikers, I sure hope I can use my tank next turn. Oh, dang it, I can't. But now you can. So it's really cool. But the rule that I wanted to get to that I think came out of absolutely nowhere is this one. This is huge. Anyone who is missing this, this is a big change for 9th edition. In the new edition, your charge rolls has to be sufficient to reach all the units you have declared a charge against. Otherwise, your charge is unsuccessful and no models are moved. Now, what's huge about this is you can have a jump captain from the Blood Angels with the sacred jump pack that makes it so that no one can overwatch them. And usually what you do is you declare everything within 12 inches, and then you roll and you pick the unit that you actually want to get into with your Smash Captain. Now you can't do that. So you have to pick and choose your targets very carefully. So I really like this rule. I think this is really cool, and it's gonna take close combat and really knock them down just a little bit, unless you're, of course, really close to the enemy models anyway. But it's one of those things where if something's like 5 inches away from you and you declare 2 things, you may miss your charges, which is really big. So I want to know what you guys think about all of these changes. Personally, I really like them. The rules for the terrain is getting a little bit iffy, and I have a sneaking suspicion that they're going to Legends the entire Space Marine line that isn't Primaris, but that's just me. And it's about time, to be honest. The older models don't look half as good as the new models. I just wish they would give us a Smash Captain with a jump pack. That's about it. So with all of this said, I want to know your thoughts in the comment section down below. Please tell me everything. If I missed something or if I got something wrong, please let me know. Just do it in a polite fashion, of course. And as always, check out all the links in the description down below. There you can follow me on all sorts of social media. You can follow me on Twitch, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. Sorry about that. Instagram and Patreon. Patreon goes a long way to help supporting the channel, especially now that I'm in Arizona and I don't have a job. So I'm trying to make being a YouTuber my full-time thing. I'm working with the local game store here so that we can start filming once again once they are allowed to. And I'm looking forward to the future that I have put forth in front of me. Arizona is amazing and I absolutely love it. So, tell me what you guys think. As always, I'm NornQueenAlexis. I love you guys.